All right. Good morning. It is Squatober, day 14, halfway through the month already. I feel like this month is just like flown by already. Really, the past few months, but that's all right. It's been fun. So today we got some heavy back squats. Well, heavy-ish, heavy for this program so far. Most of the percentages have been somewhere between that 60 to like 80% range up until today. So we're at 85% today, climbing that strength ladder, as they say. So we're gonna do the ladder there at 300 pounds, starting with one rep, rest, two, three, four, finishing with a set of five at 300 pounds, which for me is relatively heavy. I mean, compared to what I normally do. So that's really the bulk of the workout there. Clearly, the intent for today is to go heavy, get a little bit of volume in at that higher intensity, and then kind of rest a little bit with that snatch grip DL. Kind of flush the blood out, and then hit some cardio. So some cardio at the end there. So how's my volume sounding? I've got the music turned up a little bit louder than I normally do. So just kind of curious what that volume looks like. I might ask the question again later, but well, I'm gonna get to it. I got a first warm up set at 210. Yeah, Thursday already. Can't believe it. Thursday is really my favorite day of the week, honestly. Because to me, Thursday is just like Friday Eve. So it's like, really, today is like the last kind of full work day where I'm actually doing a whole lot on a Friday. I feel like Friday is kind of like that last day separating me from the weekend. So, or did I say Friday? I meant Thursday. So Thursday is really that last day separating me from the weekend. So definitely going to be a good day. I can already tell. Gonna hit 4 reps here real quick. Ooh, you know, let's do clips. I don't like that. I stood up, and then the plates immediately shifted when I stood the bar up. Maybe I'm a little nervous. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, do I really need clips? And then other times I'm like, I better use clips for this. Woo. Getting towards the end of the week. Those legs are starting to feel it here. It's alright. It's like cold in here too today. So there's that. Hey Sean. Or Rachel. Rachel Dawn. I like just totally I haven't had enough coffee yet. So I'm like, oh man. Still, and it's cold here right now. It's like 50. What is it? What is in the garage here? 55 again? Yeah, 55, 40 degrees. Ray Sean. I'm like, oh, no, just chopped up the name. Clearly I need more of this. So if you're catching me on my first cup, that means I'm not well enough caffeinated. Because normally I slug this down like almost before I've even started. So, Rachel, how's the volume on your end? Just curious, because I like turned up the music a little bit today, and I'm not like 100% sure like what it sounds like on your end, because like maybe you just want to hear the soothing sounds of my voice. I don't know, but right now, Evo Comey, Ray Shield, that's hilarious. Ray Shield, yes. I mean, Ray Shield, you got your that's your greeting of the day, like, hey, hello, good morning, sunbeams. So you got the Ray Shield protecting us from all the bad vibes. I don't know. Music is low, but I can hear you. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds loud to me. The music sounds loud to me, but it's like the microphone is kind of like just out of view of the camera, and then yeah, I can take it. And then the I got a speaker on the floor, so it's not like directly aimed at my microphone. So if it sounds good to you, we'll stick with that. Like I said, it just sounds loud to me. I don't know. Sweet, cool. Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. I really like this microphone that I got, and I kind of bought it sight unseen. Like just I think I saw like I can't remember who I was watching. I was watching another. Oh, there's this guy I follow called the Holder Heck, and he had a HyperX microphone, but they had like a really nice one, like a higher end version, and I bought like the cheaper version, but it's a different purpose. So far I've been really happy with it. But thanks for tuning in, Rachel. Oh, and Neptune, man, we got the crews here early, like early in the workout. I literally just started. In fact, I think I need to do another warm up set. Yeah, big hugs all around. Big warm hugs, man. It's a little bit cold in here. A little bit chilly. So, Rachel, you said you're doing legs today. How was the training the other day? I was actually just saying a couple seconds ago, probably right before you hopped on, that like my legs are feeling a little sluggish this morning. I don't know if that's just because it's cold or what the deal is. But yeah, I did that first warm up set just now, and I was like, ooh, man, that feels feel a little sluggish on that one. So I'm not sore, so that's good. So like my legs, as far as like how they feel just walking around, I feel great. But when it comes to like when I just did this lift, I was like, oh man. Yeah, felt a little. I was like, ooh, feel a little slow. Feel a little slow coming up off out of the bottom of the squat there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how today goes. I'm supposed to hit 300 pounds, 5 different sets, escalating rep scheme. So it starts at 1 rep at 300, then 2, 3, 4, and then finish with a set of 5 at 300 pounds. So that for me, that's a lot. It's not a lot for other people, but for me, that's good weight. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I can already feel it. I'm excited for leg day, quads and hammies. Nice. That'll be awesome. That'll be a good time for sure. I actually have a question about your warm up since we're just dropping into the start. Do you do any extra before you slipped into the squat, or do you work the set as is? So, all right. So today, yes, slip into Squatober. Whoops, glutes. Ah, glutes and hammies. Yes. Hey, butt stuff. all about it. You know what I mean? Like, gotta get that big old thick butt, as Zero would say. Gotta get thicker than a Snicker. But yeah, so warm ups. Uh, Normally, I am very disciplined about like, hey, I'm gonna do this warm up. I'm gonna make sure I get nice and loose. Yeah, you gotta build the peach. Faux show. Big old juicy peaches everywhere. All about it. But today, I'm not gonna lie, I just was like, you know what? Forget it. We're jumping right into it. We're going for it. I'm just gonna send it. Just like full send today. Like we're going right into the war. That's probably why I felt sluggish on that first set. Let's be honest here. Yeah. So to answer your question, normally I am doing some sort of warm up. So that's probably what's causing me to be a little bit sluggish. So I got 280, two reps at 280. It's my next warm up set. Boom. There we go. One cup of coffee down. Be right back. Work meeting. Sounds good, Rachel. I appreciate it. I'll see you in a bit. We'll see you in a bit. Yeah, Neptune. I'm definitely very much a believer in the warm up. So it's kind of unusual when I don't do one. But honestly, probably what I'll do, man, is like I'll hit this next warm up set and then do some warm up stuff. You know, whether it's leg swings, some sort of dynamic stretch in between this last warm up set and my first working set. And then depending on how I'm feeling, I'm probably gonna kind of try to do some sort of warm up throughout the working sets just to keep me loose and keep me moving. Because like I said, it is a little chilly in here, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, 55 degrees, not that bad, not that big of a deal. So not super concerned as far as like the warm up is concerned. As far as warm up, because the other thing too is like I am kind of restricted on time here. So like if I could, I would just take an hour and a half, 2 hours, and take my sweet time getting it done. But unfortunately, it's kind of like kind of have to keep moving. Yeah, fair enough, right? So yeah, big believer in the warm up. So it's funny you mentioned that though, because I'm also the kind of guy that's like, look, if somebody gives me a program and they're like, hey, do this program, I'm like, okay, cool. I will do exactly what's on the paper. So if it says, hey, do X, Y, and Z for your warm up, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z for that warm up. You know what I mean? Like it's just I just go right off what's on the paper. So sometimes this program will like prescribe a specific warm up, and sometimes it just says like warm up. So it's like, if you didn't actually specify like what that warm up looks like I might do some air squats, some leg swings, and then kind of just jump right into it. But I actually have like a warm up sheet that I'll use when I'm just doing my own program. So let's see here. We gotta get to 300. So it's 275, 285, 295, 295, 300. Yeah, so in fact, I can kind of show you. So no crap, I've got like, I don't know if you can even see it. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So I got like a printed sheet that's just got on there like, all right, here's what the warm up is going to look like today, you know, some notes or whatever. So that's kind of how I work it. And again, if it's just me in here and I'm just doing my thing, it's like, all right, cool. I'll take my time to warm up. And especially if it's my own, if it's a program that I'm writing for myself, it makes it, you know, I know I'm going to make time for the warm up. And in the warm up, I like to get some additional volume as well. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll just grab a kettlebell and I'll do whatever. Like, let's say I'm squatting, you know, perfect example. I'm squatting today, right? So to warm up for the squat, what I'll do is I'll grab a kettlebell and I'll do whatever. I'll do like 100 kettlebell swings throughout the warm up, right? Not all at one time, but I'll break it up in like chunks of 20 or whatever. And that'll be like part of the warm up. We'll be doing these sets of kettlebell swings. You can see right there, my heart rate is up. You know, if I'm up over 100 beats per minute, I'm warm. I can dig it. My warm up is usually a bit of cardio, some dynamic stretches, working some light work, some resistance bands or a light load. Yeah, that's perfect. Gotta love kettlebells. Yeah, I really do. I love the kettlebells. I totally agree with you. So yeah, you can't see it. They're off screen here, but I've got a rower and I've got like an air bike, like an assault bike in here. So you know, sometimes, so sometimes if I'm not feeling kettlebell swings, you know, because kettlebell swings are kind of hard. So if I'm not feeling it, I'll just hop on the bike or on the rower for a few minutes just to get the blood moving, and then I'll do whatever, like it's almost the same as you, like dynamic stretches, band work. I'll like lift the empty barbell, you know, whatever, like whatever it takes just to kind of get my blood moving, get the joints moving, and then I'll kind of go from there. But I don't know. So the cardio equipment actually has not gotten a lot of use lately, and you know, especially here in Southern California, it's like if I'm doing cardio, like I got my you can see my wife's bike over there, but I've got my bike is like right here, just off the screen, and I'd rather run outside, go ride my bike somewhere, or even like go get in the ocean and go for a swim. You know, that's kind of what I prefer for cardio. To me, that's more fun. But you know, if it's just warming up, yeah, I'll hop on a bike. I'll hop on the air bike. I'll hop on the rower. I don't care. Like whatever it takes to get warmed up. I don't know. I feel like you know nobody really wants to talk about warm ups, right? And it's like warm ups are lame. Like tell me about how much weight you're lifting today. But I like, and you know, knowing full well that I did not warm up very well today, uh, I will say that normally the warm up is like the most important part of my workout. 100% jealous now. I miss the ocean. Yeah, man, going for a swim in the ocean. I mean, it's at first, like when I first started doing it, because I really am. I'm not a swimmer. Um, so to me, like I can swim, right? But like working on technique and doing that kind of stuff, even just getting the volume in the water to like be comfortable in the water is like something I needed to work on a lot. So like getting in the ocean, the first couple times that I did it was like terrifying. I mean, it's still kind of scary because I know that there are like sharks out there and there are other things like things much bigger and scarier than me, you know, out there in the water. So still kind of scary, but I think that's a big reason why I like to do it. All right, 300 pounds, one rep. This is our first set here. Climbing the ladder. Climbing the ladder is strength, Bill. It actually felt pretty good. So, but yeah, man, swimming, being able to go swim in the ocean is a really, really cool experience. If you're, I can't recommend it enough. But especially out here on the West Coast, you really need you need a wetsuit, man. I don't know. I'm an East Coast guy originally, so coming out here to the West Coast, the water is always cold. So even in the summertime, like around August, it might hit 70 degrees water temp, 70 something. Where like out on the East Coast, like if especially the further south you go, water temps could be high 70s, 80s, pretty warm water, like bath water. Like almost warmer in the water than it is out of the water. I spent most of my ocean time in Hawaii. Yeah, yeah, man. That will definitely spoil you for sure. Because the water out there is clear, it's warm. It's just a beautiful place to go swim, get in the water. But yeah, totally agree with that. Like on the East Coast, the water will still get very, very cold in the wintertime. So it's like nobody's really getting the water in the wintertime. And then in the summer, it'll be cold like the first half of the summer, but then it warms up pretty quickly throughout the summer. So yeah, if it's really, really hot early in the summer, you might jump in just to kind of cool off and then hop out. But later in the summer, like you're probably going to spend a lot of time in the water. But like out here, yeah, I've only gotten into the ocean out here on the West Coast like a couple of times without a wetsuit. So just because the water temps, like, I don't know. I like to I'm not big on like being comfortable. Like I think it's important to get uncomfortable in the water, but I'm already uncomfortable in the water because I'm not like a great swimmer. So I'm just out there, just like taking my sweet time. Enjoying the views. Get my swim in. That's about it, So, yeah, I'm not out there trying to like break any records or not trying to go fast. I'm just getting in the water just because it's fun. I like it. And also I've got like an Ironman coming up, so I need to get in the water for that. Um, Honestly, I have not been training for that Ironman very much because as you can see, I'm over here like lifting heavy things. I should be outside running or biking or something, but whatever. It'll work out. It'll be fine. I mean, worst comes to worst, like it's just gonna take me a long time to finish the race. Yeah, that's a goal. Yeah, man, for sure. It's not a full Ironman though. So full disclosure, it's a half Ironman. It's the 70.3. So it's not the full Ironman. Um, so yeah, not like I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be easy. Don't get me wrong. Like, definitely not gonna be an easy event. But at the same time, it's not like I'm gonna be, potentially. I'm not concerned that I'll potentially get injured because I'm not trained, right? Like, I've been training for it, just specifically over the past like 6 weeks or so. It's been my training has been very inconsistent at best, So I'm not like super concerned about finishing the half Ironman. I'm just more. I'm just curious, like how long is it going to take me to recover from that? You know what I mean? That's really my main concern. I'm not like terribly concerned about whether or not I'll finish. So, but yeah, definitely putting that up on my list of things. It's not like super super intelligent, like not taking this much time off before an Ironman. Because now it's like, all right, I could continue training, but at this point, what's it gonna? How much is it really gonna help me? I don't know. You know. Yeah, I mean, because I'm like 2 weeks out from this Ironman because it's right at the very end of the month. It's the last Saturday of the month. So it's like, all right, yeah, like, probably I'm gonna. I'm just gonna try to get like a ride or two in a week, run a couple times a week, swim once a week or whatever, and then that'll be enough just to kind of maintain wherever I'm at. Um, so, and honestly, like I have a lot more fun just lifting in the gym, to be honest. You know, doing a half Ironman is it's a cool challenge, but especially with the COVID stuff, man, it just became like, all right, cool, it's gonna be this date, and then it got pushed back. All right, now it's gonna be this date, and then it got pushed back. So this is like I've been waiting to do this Ironman for a year and a half. You know, so it's been a while that I've been preparing to do this Ironman, and at a certain point, I was just like, you know what? Is it really worth like all this time and effort, like carving out time out of my day to train for this Ironman that may or may not happen? And you know, at this point, I'm like not entirely convinced that I'm really gonna want to continue doing Ironmans because like they're super expensive. They're super expensive, not even just from the gear standpoint, but just from like the race itself. I mean, if you're paying full price for an Ironman, I think it's some of them are like $400. And I mean, that was for like the half Ironman. The half Ironman I think was like $300 or something like that. And I think one of them I got a military discount, so it wasn't like it's not like I'm paying full price, but still like super expensive race. And then the gear itself is expensive, and you know, just the time that it takes to train to put in. Because even if you're just doing like 1 hour training blocks, right? Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna train for an hour today, and today is my run, and then tomorrow is my bike, and then the next day is like whatever, a run again or a bike again, and then another bike, and then a run, and then bike run, and then a swim, right? Like you're probably training, I would say like 6 days a week, right? At least. Let's say you're training 6 days a week, and at a minimum, you're doing an hour on each of those training days. Well, like like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm pretty consistent when it comes to my training, but it is very difficult for me to be consistent and to do something every day. Hey, Max Carnage with the raid. Hey, oh my goodness, I appreciate that, man. All right, awesome. Thanks for coming through, Max. Always good to see you, man. Uh, super good dude, Max Carnage. Thanks, bud. Uh, out of Arizona. You got already got that early morning workout in. Like I tell people, oh, I got it. I got up at like 4:30 to go work out, and they're like, wow, that's really early. I'm like, I know people out here that are earlier than that. But my name is Zechariah, aka Three Swords Fitness. Just train out of my garage. Um, I'm not training for anything in specific here. I was just talking to my buddy Neptune about this Ironman I have coming up, and I have not really been training for it as much as I should be. It'll be all right. It'll work out. It'll be okay. But at the end of the day, I'm just a dude lifting in my garage, having a great time. And yeah, welcome. We're in the middle of Squatober. We're squatting the whole month. It's a program put out by a company called Sorinex, and really good company. They make fantastic equipment. And I am unfortunately too poor to afford any of it. However, they do put out a free program called Squatober that I enjoy doing. Yeah, Thursday's great, man. It's great so far already, as you can tell. And Thursday is really one of my favorite days of the week because it's like Friday Eve. You know what I mean? Once I get to Friday, I'm like, all right, cool. We're at the end of the week. We're gonna do fun stuff today, or probably, you know, at least for me, I'm probably gonna cut out of work a little bit early on Friday, at least normally. And then, you know, we got the weekend. Weekends are always good. Time with the kids, time with the family, do some fun stuff. So yeah, I'm hyped up. I'm ready. I'm ready for the weekend. Only thing standing in between me and the weekend is Thursday, which is today, and then obviously a couple workouts for us. Squatober. We're squatting 85% of my max today is 300 pounds. So I got a set of 3 I got to hit right now, actually. So so far so good. It's been going well. Workout's going well so far. So hope that trend continues. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. Feeling good today. GJ Hood, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning. Thanks for calling. Tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. You know, shit. Like I was just telling Max, like it's just another beautiful day here. Going well so far. Great week. So I was like saying earlier, I'm like, man, I hit that first warm up set. And it's been like kind of chilly, as you can see. I'm like wearing the sweat top. A little bit cold for Southern California. Hey, little Rodham. What's going on, man? Oh, thanks for lurking. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. All those East Coast guys, little Rodham and Monarch Sav and all those dudes out there in the DC area. Dudes and dudettes. You guys got a good group. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I hit that first warm up set, and I'm like, ooh. Like my legs aren't sore, you know. I've been working out pretty consistently this month because of Squatober, good program to do, and yeah, I just hit that first warm up set. I'm like, ooh, this feels a little sluggish this morning, and then Neptune hit me with, hey, do you normally just jump into the workout, or do you actually like warm up sometimes? And I'm like, well, yeah, normally I warm up, so that's probably why. That's probably why that first set felt a little funky. I'm like, yeah, oh, of course, yeah, probably should warm up. Yeah, got called out, man. Neptune's like, yeah, you knucklehead. It probably wouldn't feel so funky if you actually warmed up. That's probably what he wanted to say. He's like, dude, why didn't you warm up? Like, hey man, you see how my bank account works? Like, you know, it takes time to move the money around, all that stuff. Yeah, it's all about time, man. I tried to jump right into it. Can't do that. Can't do that when you get older, man. It's the way it goes. But yeah, no, good. It's still a good day. Still good. Hit that set of 3 there. Feeling pretty good about. I got a set of 4 at 300 pounds, and then I got a set of 5 at 300 pounds. And pretty much that's like the bulk of the workout today. I just didn't know if I missed it. Yeah, in my head, I'm like, because, you know, I get up early. I get up at like 4:30, and I start streaming at 5:30. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like getting up, you know, brush my teeth, shave, and then I get over into the kitchen and I'm like making brewing my coffee, and then I don't have like a permanent setup out here in the garage, so it's like I'm bringing my laptop and I'm bringing my my camera and all that stuff like out into the garage to just kind of get it set up real quick while the coffee is brewing, and then at that point I may or may not have, like, I really do need that whole hour to kind of get ready. So sometimes what I'll, normally if I'm moving quick in the morning, because sometimes I'm like kind of still sluggish in the morning, but if I'm moving pretty quick in the morning, I can be set up ready to go by like 5:15, between 5 and 5:15, somewhere in there, if I'm moving fast, right? So at that point, it's like, potentially, could I start at 5:15 and do my warm up for 10 to 15 minutes and then get into the workout at 5:30? Yeah, sure. But to me, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna I don't know if I'd be consistent with that. Yeah, that's pretty early, even for me. So it's just about like trying to set myself up for success and be consistent. Woo! Nice. I can already tell that set of 5 is gonna be it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough set at the end there. That's all right. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just about being consistent to me. Like, I know reasonably, if I have an hour in the morning to get ready, I will be ready by 5:30 and like to go live and like do my thing. So I started watching Black Widow last night on Disney Plus, and Not bad, not bad. There are portions of it that are kind of slow so far, um, but overall, I like it so far. We weren't able, well, wife and I were watching it, and we weren't really able to finish watching it because again, it's we got bedtime. Like I gotta get in bed to rest, to get up in the morning to do this stuff, like have a good day. So we got about, I want to say we watched about an hour, maybe an hour and some change of the show, of the movie. And it was not bad. Like, I kind of like, so I'm curious how they're going to finish this movie because, like, I think my one gripe so far with this movie is that they have kind of like introduced the Taskmaster and he doesn't really have a whole lot of personality. He's just like, he seems like it's just a robot to me. I mean, I'm not familiar with Taskmaster like from the comic book standpoint. Um, so it's kind of tough for me to figure out like, all right, like what's this guy's backstory? You know what I mean? Like I would like to know where this guy came from, like kind of how did he start working with the Red Room and like some of that kind of stuff. Like I would love. I don't know. I'm sure that if I just did like a Google search, I could read up on it and figure it out. But it was just like he just like shows up in Black Widow in that movie. It's like, all right, who is this guy? Super sad with how they did Taskmaster. He's terrifying. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that was the one thing I really liked about his character is like, for lack of better, since we're in spooky season, it was like, man, he like really has that like Michael Myers vibe. You know what I mean? It's like you can run, but you can't hide. You know what I mean? So to me, I was like, damn, this dude's a savage. Like this is a dude you do not want to mess with. A Taskmaster. Like that dude can. I mean, he can fight. He chase people down. He's got good gear. I was like, man, this guy is. Yeah, absolutely. He's a scary dude. Like you do not want to mess with this guy. So I mean, I think it's all about matchups, right? Like, I don't think he would match up very well against maybe somebody like Thor or the Hulk, but he's doing hand to hand combat with like Hawkeye or Black Widow or Captain America or one of them. Like, he's probably gonna be tough to beat. Love the movie, but there's a lot more to him. He literally studies people and can perfectly copy someone's fighting style. Yeah, so I'm familiar with that, like his, like kind of his shtick or whatever. And I really like the way they brought him to life in Black Widow. Again, I still got about 50 minutes left of the movie, so I'm about like an hour and a half. We're about an hour and a half in, so we're at the part of the movie where Natasha and Natasha's little sister, Red Guardian, are all sitting down at, I think her name is Melania's house, the scientist lady. They're all sitting at her house, like going back and forth, having their like arguments, like trying to work out their past family stuff. So normally I don't lift with a belt, but I feel like for a set of 5 at 300 pounds, it's appropriate. So we're gonna do it. All right. Whew. Yeah, set of 5 at 300. Felt good, but that's not an easy lift. At least for me. It's all relative, right? Did you hear about Shatner? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard about Shatner. They launched him into space, right? So I did not realize that Shatner was like 90 years old. I'm like, dude, like this guy does not look 90 whatsoever. I mean, I guess you know, he's a real space boy now. Yeah, no, that is a fact. He is a man from space now. He's the man of the stars now. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I didn't really like. I saw the article, but I didn't really read it. Uh, who launched him up there? Was that NASA or was that like a SpaceX? Whatever. Was that like a who launched him up there? I'm assuming it was NASA, but I'm not really tracking. I just saw like that he actually went up into space, which I think is awesome. Like that's if you could send a 90-year-old man into space, I feel like that bodes well for like the potential like proliferation of space travel, for lack of better terms, right? Like potentially you're going to be looking at like maybe this is like a normal thing or something that's like becomes more recreational. I'm sure it's still going to be like astronomically expensive for a while because like outside of recreation and maybe some like scientific study and then some business type stuff like putting satellites up there and whatnot, I'm like what is really the reason for us to go into space, right? Like exploration's great, but what's the trade-off? For example, like when we're exploring like the West, like back in the day in the United States, like people were going west because of gold and because of the resources that were out here. It's actually with Blue Origin. Ah, okay. Jeff Bezos' company. All right. Yeah. That was the other one I was thinking it might be because I don't know. Like, obviously, everyone knows SpaceX, like, unless you're living under a rock or something. But I knew that Bezos had gone into space. I saw that. I just didn't know, like, what that arm. Like, is Blue Origin actually, like, owned by Amazon? Or is that it's, like, just its own thing that Bezos, like, invests in? And he's, like, I don't know, he's, like, on the board or something. I'm assuming that's what it is. But obviously, I'm not. I don't really know. All right, let's see here. I got 3x5, I think. Yeah, 3x5, 185, 2-minute rest. I'm going to throw some chalk on my hands. Well, at this point, I probably could take the sweat top off. Get a little warm. All right. Throw some chalk on the hands and we'll kick it. All right. Nice and light for these. It's kind of nice. Whew. Yeah, space travel sound cool. I just don't know. Like, I feel like it just hasn't been done enough where it would be affordable. Like outside of recreation, I don't really see. Maybe I don't know. I don't see it, but I'm not a scientist. I'm like, what kind of resources could potentially be out there? Because that's really been kind of the basis of exploration in the past, right? Like being able to get a resource or get some sort of materials that we want or we need has really been kind of the basis of exploration in the past. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty cool, but yeah. Whew. Man, these snatch grip deadlifts are pretty tough. Oh man, why am I breathing so hard? Oh Lord, so tough this morning just to breathe. That's all right. It's gonna be a good weekend. I gotta feel it. It's gonna be a good day. Good day today. Good weekend. I can't believe we're already halfway through October. Yeah, Halloween. Halloween's gonna be fun. It's actually. Oh, that's right. I'm going to Legoland this weekend with the kiddos. Forgot about that. I'm like, I know I got something going on this weekend. I can't remember what it is. And then I was just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's right. Because my youngest son, he's got his birthday is this weekend. So his birthday is on Saturday. So that's my youngest. And there's another kiddo in the neighborhood that also has his birthday. And for his birthday, we're all going to Legoland, which is kind of funny because Legoland, I guess, like for this month, like I don't know if kids are free or if it's just like because we're military, we can get free tickets or what the deal is. I know it was explained to me. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I've never been to Legoland, so I'm excited. I think it'll be a good time. But yeah, good theme park. Can't go wrong with good theme park. Just hope, just hopefully I don't spend too much money. that's that's my main concern. Like sometimes these theme parks, they get you, man. I mean, everything's just more expensive now, which is all right. I know the kids will have a good time doing the birthday party thing, hanging out at Legoland, and they just started getting both boys just started really getting into Legos, which is kind of cool because like I like Legos. With the not the problem, but like just a word to the wise: when you have kids, there is like an age thing on the Legos, right? And it says like, "Hey, 7+," and I can vouch that that is accurate. I am learning from experience on your behalf. I'm doing it for you, the people. That like 6 years. My oldest is 6. Oh, it's a snatch grip. So snatch grip deadlift is just that wide grip. It kind of forces you. It really is pretty tough to do because you have to like really pinch those shoulder blades back to hold that bar close. So it's a snatch grip deadlift is all that is. And also it's like a little bit like longer range of motion, I think, at least because of my body type. But for Legos, like my oldest is 6, and he's not really there yet as far as being able to read the instructions, follow the instructions, and put stuff together. So, but like I can sit down with him and I'll open up like a little instruction booklet, and tell him like, okay, cool, look, these pieces, like find this piece, and he'll find it. And all right, cool. Now make it look like this picture, and he'll put it together. So he just needs to be like guided on it. But yeah, if the Lego box says 7+, trust me, that means 7 years old or older. Like we're still like the Diplo blocks, like the bigger blocks. That's really more their speed. Like they could mess with that stuff. They could put it together because with the small Lego pieces, they're gonna lose the pieces because they put it together and then they're like, all right, cool, now I'm gonna play with it, which is great. But like they haven't learned yet really how to play gently with their stuff. So they're like crashing like they got the Spider-Man like plane thing or whatever, the Spider-Man jet. So they got Spider-Man in the jet or like the Iron Man jet, and they're like crashing it into stuff, which is great. I love that they're playing with it. They have a good time. But yeah, it's like their pieces are going everywhere, and I'm like, all right, well, I just spent all this time like helping you put it together, and now pieces are just like going to the wind. So it's all good. It's all good. It's fun, but Yeah, word to the wise. If it says 7 plus on the Lego box, they mean 7 years old or older. Like we think, like, oh, anyone could do Legos. Well, yeah, well, young kiddos sometimes don't fully understand what's going on with Legos, which is fine. It's all good. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? We got band pull aparts, 3x20, barbell reverse grip curl, 3x20. Is that just with the barbell? I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out. I'll pick a weight. So yeah, definitely a shorter workout today. It's kind of nice. I don't know. Anymore, I'm not really craving like getting my body beat up. We went to Legoland the last week of July, which was cool. Except it rained all 4 days we were down there, but we enjoyed it. Really? That was the one in Carlsbad, like down in Southern California. I'm assuming. Where are you from? Where are you at, DJ Hood? I don't think I've ever asked you that one before. You're down in the Southern California area like me? Because Carlsbad's only about like 30 minutes from my house. So yeah, it rained the whole time. Really, man. I'll tell you, like, I'm not gonna say anything, but I will say that in general, like just this whole year, rain has been relatively rare. So that's super surprising. You got a whole week, like a weekend in July, where it rained, or a whole week almost. Dang, that kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm excited though. I know that they're gonna. So they know, the boys know. Whenever we go to some sort of theme park, whether it's like Disney World, Disneyland, name your place or whatever, there's like, oh, I'm in Indiana, but we went to the one in Florida. Okay, yeah, I thought that there was one in Florida. Okay, that makes more sense then. Because, I mean, honestly, though, if you're in Florida and it's raining, especially in July, that's probably ideal. I do. My lady just said, you're always craving getting your body beat up. As I was trying it. Life of a heavy armored fighter. Ah, yeah. That's right. I forgot you do that stuff. Yeah, for sure, man. I am not a fan of that. Yeah, it's all good. I knew what you meant. Yeah, Monarch Sav, let's go. Good morning. Yeah, so DJ Hood, like, yeah, I got that. Like, you go down to Florida to Legoland, like, uh, it rains. It's no bueno, but especially in July in Florida, get a little rain. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I am not anticipating rain here in Carlsbad this weekend. Going to Legoland, it's gonna be awesome. Monarch, man, good to see you. Yeah, Little Rotom, I think might be lurking in the background. I think he said he's working right now. So yeah, I was just telling Little Rotom, I'm like, man, you guys got a good crew over there, Monarch and Little Rotom and all them. Yeah, if you guys are into like Dead by Daylight and like some of those kind of games, like Monarch, Little Rotom, those dudes, they're always like playing that kind of stuff. It's a good crew over there for sure. But yeah, I'm getting towards the end of this workout here. A little bit heavier today, which is kind of nice. A lot of fun. It's always fun to go heavy. I've always wanted to go to Legoland. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. My wife has taken the kids to Legoland, and I have not actually gone. So the kids have been there. I haven't been there. So this weekend we're going to the one in Carlsbad. Yeah, man, absolutely, absolutely. I'm gonna hit this next superset. I got band pull aparts, 20 reps, and then barbell reverse grip curls. Although I should probably figure out like what do I want to do for that? What weight? So it's like, man, that's a little. Maybe I'll throw 2.5s on. We'll go 50 pounds. 50 pounds on the reverse grip curls. There we go. All right, we're gonna hit it. But yeah, Legoland's gonna be exciting. But so what I was saying was, the kids know. Like, look, there's toys everywhere. There's stuff everywhere. These theme parks are designed so that when you walk in there as a parent or whoever, like, you want to buy stuff. You've already spent the money to be there. It's like, and you're there, so it's like you might as well buy whatever. So I'm anticipating there will be demands, requests, demands, potentially like some sort of semi-hostage situation with my children and like a set of Legos that they want. Which to which I will have to respond like, look, and I'm gonna have to coach them on this. It's like, look, guys, you can have one Lego set, and I'm gonna have to cap it at like a certain price. Hey, I'm not willing to spend more than like $20 or $30 per child on Legos. Because they have some really crazy Lego sets. Like I've seen some of the Star Wars ones, like for the Millennium Falcon, like the big one. They're like hundreds of dollars. It's not cheap, So I gotta like set expectations with the kids. And like, look, I'm willing to buy you some Legos while we're at Legoland, but I am not like breaking the bank buying every set of freaking Legos out here. My parents instilled that knowledge to me when I was younger. Before we went to Toys R Us, let's say you get one thing in this price range. I never contested it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you gotta set the rules, because if you're a parent and you just walk in there with no plan, you're gonna get smoked by your kids. Like you're gonna get dominated by your children, and that is not a good look. Because once the children are in control, it is like really hard to train, to keep them coached up. They're like, hey, look, like, this is the expectation. Seeing kids today, yeah, throwing tantrums in stores for not getting something. Yeah, man, it's tough because like I've also been there where like the kiddos will throw a tantrum for something, and at that point, it's like your best bet as a parent is like you can't just sit there and do nothing. My go-to if the kids are acting up is like I just like take them by the hand and I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna leave. So we got to get out of here, wherever we are. We're going to leave and go somewhere else and either talk about it or like, because even my oldest, who's 6, he's got a short attention span, but he can pay attention to stuff pretty well, right? Like but the thing is, if you move them out of that area to somewhere else, they can start to calm down and think about other things. Because if you're just sitting there in that specific location and they're just doing their thing and you're just letting it happen, they're just going to keep doing it until something changes. And it may, maybe they get what they want, maybe they don't, but like all they know is like, I'm throwing a tantrum for this thing. So you have to move them out of that situation, physically move them, and like then you can talk to them about it. But if you think like as a parent, like I'm going to be able to talk my kid off the ledge while it's happening, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's my personal experience, but that is not going to happen. Like you're just going to get steamrolled by your children, which is not a good look. So, hey, that's free advice. Free advice. My wife and I are planning to have a kid in the next year or so. So this is valuable conversation. Dude, you know, it's funny about having kids too. You could have people give you the best advice ever, and you will forget all that shit, or all that stuff. You'll forget everything because you're going to get in it. You're going to have that first kid, and it's going to be like, you're not going to know what's going on. So word to the wise, like, just do your best, man. That's all I got for you. Do your best. You know, that's the number one takeaway. Just do the best you can. Try to be kind. Try to be patient. Oh keep that notebook. Keep that notebook for sure. That's a good move. Keep the notebook. Make sure you're paying attention. Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised, man. Like even with my second kid, you know, and they're only 2 years apart. The second one came along, and I'm like, man, I just did this not that long ago with my oldest, but dude, I had to like relearn how to how to change diapers, relearn how to make like formula bottles, like all this stuff, and I'm like, I literally just got done doing all this stuff with the older one, but like everything just like went out the window when the older one he got out of that stage of life, and then the second child came along, and I'm like, oh crap, how do I do all this stuff? Bro, my right elbow and left wrist feels like doo doo, especially the elbow. I think I might have overdid it on the bench, weighted dips, and skull crushers. Oh yeah, man, that'll do it. Oh, felt during the process. The next 3 days are hypertrophy and legs in an hour. Left out good. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it felt good during the process. Got it. The next 3 days are hypertrophy and legs in an hour. Dude, yeah, you know, with bench press too, like, I don't know. I'm going to give my 2 cents. I think that sometimes with bench press, people are too wide on the bench, and it puts to me it puts too much pressure on your elbows, right? So what honestly, I like to pull my hands in and do a little bit more of a like a close grip bench press. To me, I think that's easier on the elbows. So especially like you're also doing dips and skull crushers, yeah, that's going to put a lot of pressure on all the muscles around that elbow, you know, upstream and downstream. So, you know, it's probably just like the muscles are super tight, but also like you're putting a lot of pressure on that joint by doing bench, dips, and skull crushers. Potentially you could do it like just fine without any issues, but maybe change up your grip on the bench and maybe even on dips too. You know, you could change up the grip a little bit so it's a little bit of a different like mechanics when you're going through that range of motion. That's just what I don't know. That's what I would do. But yeah, man, going back to the kids, you have that you know, the first one, you think it's hard and it's terrifying. Well, not terrifying. So it's a little bit weird, a little bit scary when you have that first kid because you're like, I don't know what to do with this thing. Uh, so you're like trying to figure it all out. And it can be scary, but having that second one, that's a game changer, man. That's a game changer. That's tough. Yeah, Monarch, best of luck to you, man. Having the first kiddo, woo, that's fun. That's a fun time. Get the first one going for sure. Definitely agree. You can move more weight easier that way. It's easier on the wrist to do your bone structure, do our bone structure, inside bone. The radius is a little bit longer than the outside bone, the ulna. It relieves the pressure on the nerves, tendons, and joints, so you can utilize them more. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, DJ Hood, man, you gotta take care of those elbows for sure. But stretch it out, you know. Stretch out your lats, your back, upper back. Make sure you're stretching out your triceps, all that good stuff. If you have like a foam roller or something, definitely hit up the triceps on the foam roller, man. That'll help out a lot. Thanks, man. Appreciate the perspective. Also, how have you not hit affiliate? It's got to be right around the corner. Yeah, man. No, I mean, the fitness streams are getting some interaction, right? Like, it's good community. Fitness community is great on Twitch. Like, all these guys that are on the chat right now, a lot of them are either they stream fitness stuff themselves or they are into it, whatever. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting the numbers right now for affiliate. I think what I'm going to do is like back off on some of the video game streaming just because it's not getting a ton of interaction right now. And honestly, like I'm only streaming like maybe 45 minutes to an hour at a time on like the video game streams. And I feel like you need to stream a little bit longer, a little bit more consistently for to get good interaction. And for the video game streams, I just can't stream it every day, and I can't stream it for really longer than an hour. So I'm definitely getting the numbers right now to hit affiliate. It's just a matter of time. Common sense, 1, 2, 3 exercises. Now hosting my stream, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, common sense, good dude. That's another fitness streamer, man. But yeah, like I was saying, the community is great. You got folks that want to host each other's streams and stuff. It's awesome. Like common sense. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm getting the numbers for affiliate right now. It's just a matter of time. I just got to be consistent. I think potentially if I keep going at the rate that I'm going and consistently stream Monday through Friday on my fitness streams, I should hit affiliate by this time next month. Potentially. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing right now, man. It's just a fun time, All right. I got 4 and no more. Ages 13, 11, 10, and 4. Woo! Man, DJ Hood going all in, man. 4 kiddos. Love it. Yeah, you got that. You're starting to get those teenagers, though. That's a different stage, man. Good on you. I'll be thinking about you, brother. Yeah, let me know how that's going. Woo! I got the 2, and I'm like, nah, I'm done. I already got, maybe too much information, but I got an appointment. Poop, poop. Get snipped, baby. I'm ready. You're the first real fitness channel I've actively watched, and it's really great stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, if you like my channel, there's a lot of other super interesting folks out there. I think if you look at my channel on like some of the streamers that I recommend, there's a bunch of fitness streamers in there, and a lot of them are kind of very similar style to me, where they'll like kind of chat with you while it's kind of like just chatting, but like while I'm working out, So it's like, hey, it's still fun. All right, let's see. Did they up the affiliation? I thought it was 50. So you need 50 followers. So I've got the followers. I've got the stream time. And then you have to stream on a different number of days. The one that I'm waiting for right now, not waiting for, but the one I'm working on right now is the viewers. So you need to average 3 viewers or more for like, I want to say it's like in a 30-day time frame. So like over a month. You need to average 3 or more viewers. So I'm getting that. Got 5 viewers. I'm tracking. It looks like I got 5 viewers right now. At least that's what Streamlabs is telling me. So, again, I'm not super concerned about that stuff. I'm just having fun doing the Twitch thing. It's fun. I just like the vibe of chatting and fitness knowledge. Yeah, absolutely. Best thing about the community, we build each other up. Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's kind of funny because some of the. Actually, I gotta hit this last set. But some of the other like video games and stuff, like some of them do have a community, right? Like if you're like playing some of the bigger games, I think that there's like a very large community, and it's hard to like separate yourself out from everybody else. So it's funny though, because I started streaming Super Smash Brothers, and that's how I got into it. Because a guy I work with, he streams. He's like more of a variety streamer, but he was telling me about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I stream Super Smash Brothers," and like he was telling me kind of how like Twitch works or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh well, I like doing all that stuff," so I'm like, I could get into that. Like that sounds fun. And I actually didn't even know about like the fitness and health like community at all until like I started streaming like Super Smash Brothers and some other games, and then I kind of found out like, oh, they're like you could literally stream anything. Like people stream like cooking streams, uh, yeah, fitness and health, and like they'll stream like art stuff, like everything. So and then I started thinking, I'm like, oh well, if people do that, like I could start streaming like just my workouts and stuff. And like I personally don't think like, if I'm gonna work out anyway, right? And I could share that with other people, and if somebody gets a benefit out of it, or they just, it's just fun to have somebody else in kind of in the room with you. Because normally I'm in here, like before I start streaming, I would be in here 4 or 5 days a week, 6 days a week by myself, just with a podcast on. So I'd have the podcast going, and then I'd just be in here working out, just kind of listening to the podcast. And yeah, it takes a lot to have like to that kind of discipline where you're getting up every single morning, almost every single morning, to work out by yourself. Like nobody's forcing me to do it. It's just like, all right, like I just like working out, so I'm gonna come in here and work out. Jocko, I have listened to his podcast before. I like Jocko, but some of his podcasts are like 3 hours long, and I'm like, dude, I like you, but I don't like you that much where I'm gonna give you like 5, 6, 7 hours, because I think he does like 2 or 3 episodes a week, and some of them are super long, man. Um, this is my personal account, but I work with a group to stream a live Dungeons and Dragons campaign on Friday nights. Oh, so hold on, Neptune, are you playing like legit Dungeons and Dragons, like with like the board and like all that stuff, or are you playing like the video? Because I think there's a video game now, right? There's a video game like Dungeons and Dragons. I said the same thing to myself. Yeah, exactly. Like we're already working out. Might as well stream it. If people like to watch that stuff, it's fun. It's fun for me, and it's fun for you. Then great, we're all winning. It's a good day, dude. And some of them are wicked heavy. Yeah. Oh, you mean yeah, Jocko's podcast? Oh yeah, yeah. Some of them are like He's talking about serious stuff. There are no fluff pieces. There ain't no fluff pieces in Jocko's podcast. It's all like he's talking about some real stuff. Me and my friends are thinking about streaming some D&D. Damn. All right, maybe you need to hop on with Neptune, man. Neptune's a good dude. I like Neptune. All right, let's see. Why not share with the world? Then it helps you stay motivated to your grind. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like getting up at 4:30, much easier when I know, like, all right, cool. I'm gonna hop on. It's going to be a good time. Some of my buddies are going to show up. We're going to chit-chat. It's going to be great. Yeah, man. Full minis, the board, voice acting, etc. to the nines. Dude, I got to check that out. You said that's Friday night? What time on Friday night you doing that? Because you're also on, no, and you're in Nevada. So, like, you're on Mountain Time. So you're an hour ahead of me, I think. In the morning. Hey, Scornia. What's going on, man? Good morning. Speaking of also really awesome fitness streamers, yeah, Scornia coming through. Yeah, Monarch, to kind of go back to your question about podcasts, like Jocko, a little bit too heavy for me. I just started listening to Black Rifle Coffee Company. They do a podcast, 1930 Pacific Standard. All right, cool. Yeah, I should be able to tune into that. That's like right around my kids' bedtime, but once I put them to bed, I can tune in for sure. And I think I want to say I canceled. Oh no, I'm supposed to stream Metroid Dread Friday night right around that time, but I'll definitely tune in at least for a little bit. Legendary Action Official. Is that that's the account you're going to be streaming it from, the channel? Sup, Scornia? Miss you this morning, bro. Had a late start. Rachel, what's going on? Work meeting's done. How's the workout? Workout's done. We're just chatting at this point. We're just talking it up. We're having a great time. What time is it anyway? 6:45. I got plenty of time. To chit chat. Yeah, it was kind of a shorter workout today, which I don't mind. I'm like, hey, cool. Hit the heavy squats on the front end and then kind of ride it out through the rest of the workout. It was good. Are you caffeinated now? Yes, I am caffeinated. I am talking up a storm. Like literally, we have now transitioned from the workout portion of this of this stream to the just chatting portion of this stream. Yes, Ray Sean. That's right. Ray Sean. Hey, what's up? What's up, girl? Damn, dude, you got that certificate. Yeah, hold on. Okay, cool. Get a crawl set up. Hey, yeah, loving the chat. I love it. Yeah, we have a YouTube. We do too long. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tune in for that. What's up, dude? On my way to Houston. 8-hour drive. Woo! Yeah, safe travels, man. Safe travels, Scornian. Yeah, going all the way down to Houston, dude. Not to but Monarch. So like I was saying, Black Rifle Coffee Company, they've got a couple they got like a couple different podcasts they do. So they do like their normal just like Black Rifle podcast. And then they've got another one that's a little bit more serious. It's I think I want to say it's called Medevac. And that one is one where they'll talk to like veterans and stuff and talk about like some of their like recovery stories and whatnot. So Medevac is good, is a little bit more serious, but then Black Rifle has their just like their normal like Black Rifle Coffee Company podcast, which is like very much like they're joking, they're BSing the whole time, a lot of fun. They bring on fun guests and all that stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, Jocko, I've listened to his podcast a few times, but like you said, like he's a pretty intense dude. And like, don't get me wrong, I am definitely I count myself as like an A type kind of personality, a little bit more intense, a little bit more serious. But I like to have fun. You know what I mean? Like I'm not ready to be serious 100% of the time. Like you have to have balance. At least that's the way I look at it. So I'm like, look, all right, Jocko, you're at like an 11. Like I'm gonna need you to at least back it down to a 10, bro. Like that dude, you think I get up early? He was probably working out like while I was still brewing my coffee. And he actually doesn't live. He lives like not that far from me. I think he lives down in Encinitas. So he's like 45 minutes south of here. So I guarantee you, like if I go swimming on the beach one day, like down in Encinitas, I might see Jocko out there, like getting it. Those two from Black Rifle are good. Yeah, that's a big no for me, dog. You gotta start posting pictures of your watch at 3 a.m. on your Instagram. Yeah, you know what? Speaking of the gram, like freaking Squatober is like a big like Instagram thing, and people are always posting their photos and stuff. And I'm always like, oh, I need to take a photo for Squatober, and I'm forgetting lately. I've been slacking on my photo ops in the garage gym, mostly because I'm focused on hanging out with you guys, which is awesome. Much better than sitting here alone, freaking snapping photos. But I'm gonna knock this thing out real quick because I gotta have something for the gram to prove to people that I'm actually doing the workout. Whatever. We'll do another set of curls. You can never do too many curls. I gotta get like bigger biceps. I think. maybe not. All right, that's enough. There you go. That's a photo op for the gram. You'll see it later. I should just like take a screenshot of from the VOD and just start posting that up there. just go full in. Yeah, picture it didn't happen. That's a fact. Look at this legit streamer with the phone mount. Yeah, you gotta have the phone mount. Absolutely, man. So it's funny you say that though, because the end of this month I'm gonna be traveling for work. So I got at some point before I do that, I have to test out the streaming from the phone because I'm not sure like what the functionality is, like how it works or whatever. So like it kind of sucks actually because the last week is going to be like the week leading up to the end of Squatober. So it's going to be like, all right, cool. We're going to do some lighter workouts, but then the end of the week, I'm supposed to max out on my back squat. So that's like a big workout. That's like the climax of like the whole month comes down to that last week, and I'm going to be traveling for work. So probably some of my streams are going to be like from a gym on on the base where I'm going to be at the end of this. So I don't know how that's going to work out as far as like being able to like interact with folks and whatnot. I'll figure it out, but I do need to test like, hey, how does this like phone streaming work? I don't know. I'll test it out. I'll figure it out. What I think I'm supposed to come home that Friday, that last Friday of October. So then what I might do is I'll work out Friday afternoon, and I'll stream that workout where I PR my back squat Friday afternoon as like an end of Squatober thing. When Frank and I did the cooking stream, he just used the Twitch app Go Live feature. I think Streamlabs Mobile has a more customizable Go Live feature for phone streaming. Okay, so I have the Streamlabs app on my phone, but I have not messed with it. So maybe that's what I need to do is I'll mess with that a few times and then see if that will work. Maybe that will be better. Bro, I had your four. If I had your forearms, I wouldn't be hurt right now. Yeah, I mean it takes time, man. So it's funny you say that because a lot of so like dips, pull ups, push ups, like a lot of those body weight movements. I in pretty much every single workout that I program for myself, I will almost always do one of those things. So I think that that's what's kind of helped my arms and like my shoulders stay healthy over the years is that I'm pretty good at like consistently just doing a little bit here and there. Like it doesn't have like you don't have to go crazy. Like don't go ham in the gym like just like blasting your arms because the muscles in your arms are not that big. So like don't abuse them. You know what I mean? We're gonna have the biceps underrated right now for some reason. Don't know why. Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. I think that maybe it has something to do with like that culture around it of like bros in the gym just doing arms like every day, right? Like I don't know. Maybe that's where it comes from, but yeah, biceps are very underrated right now. It's super strange. Streamlabs app, I gotta check that out. Yeah, so Streamlabs OBS, they have an app as well for the phone. I haven't messed with it at all, so I don't know how well that works, but might be worth checking out. Let's see. Forgot to mention, Rogue had a big restock for their inventory. Woo! Just for your information, if you have something you were waiting for. Oh man, uh, I feel like I've got almost everything that I want or I need in here right now, and especially because like I've got very limited space. Like it looks like I've got this like nice open space over here, and like yes, I do, but in reality, like it's tough because you can't really see like everything else is kind of off screen. There's not, there's really not a whole lot of space in here to add much. The only thing I would really seriously consider adding is maybe like a couple of like the bigger kettlebells. So I've got like 24 kilograms over there. I would seriously consider getting like the 30 and 32 kilogram kettlebells. And then maybe like, I don't know, maybe like some bigger dumbbells. But like I've already got adjustable dumbbells where you can like load the plates on or the loadable dumbbells. It's just a kind of a pain because it takes a minute to like put the plates on, take the plates off, all that kind of stuff. Ended up getting up an Amazon dumbbell, which I'm pretty happy with. Yeah, I mean, especially if you take care of the dumbbells, it's normally not an issue. They should last. My camera's like freaking out right now. Let's see if it comes back into focus. But yeah, I need more weight from Rogue. There you go. Scornio is about to go drop like like $500 at Rogue right now. Yeah, just hit him with the bug in his ear. Yeah, got him. Yeah. All right. So it's almost 7 o'clock here. I think it's about that time. Rachel, Monarch, DJ Hood, Scornia, Neptune, all you guys. Thanks for coming in. You know what? Let's. I'm gonna go grab the phone here. I'm gonna see who's on right now. Let's see if we can raid someone real quick. All right, let's see who's out there. Who's out there that we can raid? All right. Let's see. Oh, shield wall strength. He's good. Ooh, Fanatic's on. Let's see here. I try to like raid. I do not take. I do not take responsibility for any spending on Rogue. That's good. That's a good move. It's a good move. Yeah, that's a dangerous game right there. I definitely have lots of Rogue stuff in here too. Titan Fitness, Rogue. Those are kind of like the big ones. All right, bro. Stick around for the raid. All right, cool. Let's see here. So I got Sun Gym. He's good. He's got a sweet gym set up. Joe Workouts. She's good. She's good too. She's got a pretty cool gym set up. Let's go raid. Let's go raid Daryl, Fanatic, as he's known. He's also a really good dude, pretty down to earth. I raided him yesterday morning too, so you know what? We're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Fanatic here. Just give me a sec. Bowflex style kettlebell. Yes. Just to answer that question real quick before we do this raid. Yes, I have seen that one. I think that's that's a loadable one, right? Where like you can actually add weights and stuff to it. But I have seen that one. All right, here we go. We're gonna raid Fnatic. Second day in a row, but it's okay. I love Fnatic. Fnatic's good, dude. All right, here we go. All right, it's happening. Can you click on and off the weight, etc.? Yeah, yep, exactly. All right, here we go. We're gonna raid Fnatic. Stick around. Fnatic's good, dude. I like him a lot. He's definitely one of my favorites. Really nice guy. All right.
We'll get in a little extra cardio today. And it's supposed to snow tonight in Denver. I know 39 is one. I see some of y'all. You know who be getting like blizzard level snows? You guys know Lance, Sir Lancelot. He got like blizzard level snow at his house, and it's October. Okay, Waffles cut is working great. There's always waffles. Three Swords are coming in with that raid. 2 days in a row, bro. Thank you for that. Literally, thank you for that stream support. I so appreciate you. How are you doing? How was your workout? Welcome, Raiders. I'm Daryl, aka Fanatic, and this is Dexter, my cat, one of three. He's so cute. We do this. We come out here, right? We've been live 22 minutes. But I will sit here and chat with you guys and pet my cat for like 30 minutes. Then I'll go rinse him off and get started with the workout. Easy workout today. What's up, Daryl? How are you doing today? Raid gang. Jay Hood, how are you doing today? How are you? Snow in October, hard pass. Nah, not in Florida. Not in Florida. It's 70 degrees. It feels incredible here. He'll do this thing when he wants me to rub my chin on his head. He'll put his head close to me and like kind of buck it down. We usually get a mid-October snow. Bites like Gaston. Yeah, I just like Florida. I like Florida. We get a mild winter, a really nice fall. The summer is blistering, and this is the thing. Once you get used to the humidity here, it's not bad. I don't mind the humidity because this is the other thing. People that don't like the humidity and the heat here tend to be carrying extra weight. So when you run lean, Florida is like the place to be. Florida, California, any of your coasts that are like tropical type of weather. Yes, I love it. I wouldn't mind living here the rest of my life still. I like Florida. Florida weather, I can deal with the winter. It's not so cold. Cold is actually the enemy of those that are lean. I don't know how people like Mike Fit does it. Mike be running super lean. Yep. And in Canada, what? That dude probably has to wear 10 layers when it gets cold. Yeah, what is up? Big. What did you get into today, Three Swords? Hope everyone has a great day. Gotta get rolling off to work. Well, I hope you have a good work day. And thank you again for that raid. Welcome in again, Raiders. We're doing a $100 giveaway, our 8th month, being sponsored by Jet North Apparel. All you have to do to enter that giveaway, we'll be pulling a name on Halloween, the 31st, exclamation ENTR for your chance to win $100. I heard tap in the email. But guess what? The giveaway from a couple ago that what's her name, Taylor Jade had an issue redeeming. We got that figured out. So just so y'all know, yep, back squat, snatch grip, deadlift, and some curls and band pull bars. Lighter on volume but decent intensity. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm excited for Halloween. We got our 12-month anniversary coming up, y'all. We've been streaming for 12 whole ass months. I am very excited to do. I haven't figured out what we're gonna do. I'm not doing a 10,000 calorie challenge though. That ain't happening. Fit Matt, how are you? Yep. Thank you for that. Congrats. You're doing a photo shoot today? Or you're doing a photo shoot for Halloween? Hell yeah, I'll win this for Evo. What? What? Evo, man, it's crazy when you're into fitness like a lot of our fitness and health streamers are. We just got, you know how some people got stacks of regular clothes? We got stacks of fit athleisure clothes, athletic shirts. Me, I got stacks of cargo shorts. I could fit bags full of the different cargo shorts that I have. Exactly. Eva's like, I have so much athletic clothes. And especially, I'm not complaining either. I love that. For streamers here are Jet North sponsor or Jet North athletes. And I'm about to have to dedicate a whole nother rack in my closet to just Jet North when we get our next Jet North shipment.